What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Chasers Podcast. Coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren, along with his fellow co-hosts, Dorian, the D.A. Albritton, James, the Angry One Warren, Mike Mills, Daryl D-Dub Warren, and Dan K, the Hockey Dude. This is a real sports podcast for real fans. This is a sports podcast with no hot takes, no narratives, just real, unadulterated sports talk. Please be advised that there may be some colorful and explicit language. The Sports Chasers are the defenders of the fans. Now, here's your host and moderator, Kevin L. Warren!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast. It's the fourth short segment. It's the last fourth and short segment of the football year of the 2023-2024 NFL season. What a great ride. What a great time we had this year. It's the Super Bowl 58 edition. The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the San Francisco 49ers 25-19. Man, really good Super Bowl. Lot to get into it. A lot 22. Of no one's 25? Yeah. Thank
25-22, sir.
25-22, excuse me. That's right, they kicked the field goal. Lot to get into. Hey, we're gonna meet the crew. One has spoken already. D-Dub, go ahead.
What up, fam? What up, Sports Chasers? Hey, we here tonight. We're gonna stand on business tonight. That's what we're gonna do. Shanahan. I'm gonna save it. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. The Angry One, what's up?
What's going on, Sports Chasers family? How y'all doing, man? Yeah, we got some things to talk about, man. So let's go, man.
Let's do it. Let's go.
It's gonna be fourth and straight to the point. That's what this segment is gonna be.
Yeah. DA should be joining us shortly. I don't know what happened. He dipped in, he dipped out. But he should be with us shortly, man. Let me just read this here. I had it. No, I had it. Oh, anyway. Welcome to the Sports Chasers Podcast. As you can know, this is the ultimate destination for genuine sports enthusiasts. I'm your host and moderator. For thrilling victories and joy death analysis, we're going to source all things sports. Tune in for a passionate discussion. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel. Also, we're on all Facebook. We're on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We're on Twitch. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to all those channels. Also, on the podcast side, make sure you give us that 5-star review. Excuse me, there go my camera. 5-star review. And make sure you get at us. Give us a comment. Love us, like us, or hate us. Make sure you leave that 5-star review. We appreciate it. I want to say we're both on my Instagram page live, and we're on the Sports Chasers Instagram page live. It finally works on the Sports Chasers side. So shout out to Instagram. We're doing our thing there, man. And it's just good to be here. Fourth and short. We got some exciting things to talk about next year. When we do fourth and short, we're actually going to combine both the college and the NFL season, but that's long time to go. When we get back here in the business in August, we're going to combine both shows on Monday night, man. But hey, the Super Bowl 25-22, man, oh man, it was an exciting Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, he was the man. The Niners defense, they was relentless in the first half. Kansas City could not figure them out. And before I get into that, let's go to the DA. DA, what's up, man? I saved the best for last, man. The true Niners fan. What's going on, man?
Your mother's not watching, right?
Yes, she is. So
God dang it. Dang. Phil Florin. All right. So
that's close enough.
This is what happened. I actually pulled this up, man.
Go ahead, man.
We diving right into it. Go ahead, D. Before you do Real quick. Shout out to all those that's watching in the comments. Debbie, thank you. Hey, my folks at East Coast Gridiron, man. Shout out to you guys. Y'all was doing it real big at. I believe I saw you guys at up at the Senior Bowl game. Shout out to you. Hey,
ECG.
Also to the Gaming
Senior Bowl.
Yeah, Senior Bowl. Shout out to the Gaming Sports Network also for tuning in. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys, man. Go ahead, D. Get in.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, D.
What you got to say? Say it.
Go ahead, D. No, I'm going to come after you. Go ahead. Pause. But
it might not be no after me. So.
Yo, go ahead, bro.
It might get shut down. Time out get done. Right. So listen, we lost the game because of ego. Point blank. Period. Right. So it was the ego of our coach who wanted to be the creator of Mr. Purdy. Right. So he wanted to be. Hey, I drafted him. 199, and now he's a Super Bowl champion. I made him. Same way, I guess Andy Reid will get credit for making Patrick Mahomes on the other side of the field. I say this because we were winning the game. We had a winning strategy. When I say we, meaning team. Team first, team. In the second half of the game, of the first 3 possessions that the 49ers had, we went away from the run game. And the offensive player of the year, Mr. McCaffrey. Right?
The offensive player.
Passes.
The one that carries your team.
Yeah. 9. It was 9 passes. I think we did almost 3 and outs. And I did have it on paper, but I don't have it right now. I think we somewhere around 3 minutes in total for 3 possessions. That's 4 and out. If you run the ball, those 9 attempts, rather than throw the ball, those 9 attempts, we pulled maybe 5 to 6 minutes off of the clock that Mr. Mahomes is not on the field. So it's either an ego thing or this shit is fixed, because the Ravens did the same thing. You know, it's weird to me that you have 2 teams that are running teams, run all year long. That's what we do. We get to the most pivotal point in the game or season, and then we stop. We ran the whole first half. It is without a doubt fact, even to the end of the freaking game. Offensive lines, defensive lines, we dominated them. We pushed them around. You know, we had 2 plays and they were 2 big plays, don't get me wrong, where Josh Purdy missed 2 touchdowns because there was pressure up the middle, and he's a short guy, and when that happens, he's usually off. So that's 2 plays I give them. When Jennings was in the corner and he missed that, and then when Ayuk was running down the seam and he missed that. So that's 14 points. But again, I ain't mad at that. You know, this is the last year he's going to get any credit for being the 199th player in the draft, and he's Mr. Irrelevant. I'm not trying to hear that shit next year. It kind of is what it is, and it will be what it is right now. Like, I can't. There's nothing else I can do with that right now. You know, it's over. Right? So you've been here now. By next year, it'll be 3 years, going on 3 years. Either you're right or you're wrong. But this is due to our coach wanting his legacy to be, I built Purdy. I made this Purdy. I did this. Because if it was about the team, he would have handed the ball off.
Sort of kind of similar to what happened with Seattle.
Yeah, every team. Yeah, you would have handed the ball off if it wasn't about legacy. If it's about the team, you do what the team does well, what the team does good, what's working in the game. You don't ever go away from what's working. So even if you were trying to say, listen, man, you know, let's just try something real quick. Okay, I give you 1 drive. Didn't work. Drives 2 and 3 of the third quarter, you're out your mind. What's the point? What exactly is the point of you doing that?
So
And my problem with the sports people is that no one steps to Duke, no one stepped to Shanahan and say, "Yo, listen, my man, right? In the first 3 drives in the second half, why you just threw the ball? You didn't run the ball."
So
that's the answer I need.
Let's go to Shanahan's interview real quick. Go ahead, roll the tape.
Let's see. Because I sent Mookie there to ask him. Well, I don't hear nothing, but
he's rolling the tape.
Yeah, it was 2 real good teams. Went back and forth throughout the whole game, and both teams played their asses off, but and then they got it done. We all hurt. Everyone knows how it feels, and don't have a lot of words for it, but obviously we're hurting. Our team's hurting, but that's how it goes when you put yourself out there. I'm real proud of our guys for no regrets with our team. I thought our guys played so hard today. Not everything was perfect by no means, but I'm going to lose with a group of guys. It's do with those guys anytime. And we'll take some time. We'll get over this and come back next year ready to go. On the third down, it looked like there was a protection bust up the middle. We were going to Juwan. I know it looked like Juwan killed him. One pretty good, but Chris Jones got loose in the middle. I think there was a mistake, not sure, but also he's a hard guy to block.
You thought about it, maybe going forward there, field goal, or was that at all hesitation?
No, we never thought about there. 4th and 4. Even if we do go and score, they still can go down and match it, and so no, there wasn't a thought there.
You can go ahead and cut it, Junior. So the interview is long. Go ahead, DA.
Go ahead, Kev.
No,
go ahead, bro.
I was going to say, so that interview was almost 20 minutes long. He spoke to the press afterwards, and I listened to it totally today, and there was no really definitive answer, like you said, on why he did not go with running the ball after. So remember, they got the ball in the second. They got the ball right in the second half.
Listen, Kansas City got the ball. He threw an interception. We got the ball at the 42-yard line. They're 42. All we had to do was waltz that bitch into the goddamn. I'm sorry. All we had to do was walk that ball into the end zone. Right? Because you only got 20 yards to go, right? To a field goal. Even if you don't make it, it's 20 yards to a field goal, homie. Now, you do 4 downs and out, you don't get nothing. That's a 62-yard field goal. We can't make that, so we punt it. So that's one giveaway. Then the next drive, we did the same damn thing. Because we're stopping them.
Y'all defense.
We're stopping them.
Y'all defense befuddled them in the first half. Y'all really did.
We got them in the second half. We got in the third quarter, we was balling.
And then they got gassed. Yeah.
Because we're on the field too damn much. Because we're going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. If we run the ball, maybe we take 5 minutes off the clock, 6 minutes. You know those 3 drives, and I'll get you the exact number. Those 3 drives, because I have it, is I think 3 minutes.
Yep.
In total playing time on the field. So if we could get Mahomes off the field and we can limit the scoring by running, then, but ego, EGO, not egos, not waffles. It was the coach's ego that lost us this game, right? So the reality is, because playing on the field, had we just run the ball, and maybe if the dude didn't kick an extra point that was so low, it almost went off the back of a player. That point with a 1-2. But, listen, I give them all the credit in the world. We lost the game.
Mm-hmm.
They beat us. We did not play as well as we should have in all facets of the game. Right? I think we had them beat. But the reality was that you let that man get on the field too much because of the 3 and outs in the third quarter. And that's just time that's left on the clock. So, it's whatever. I wish more. I'm gonna take my hat off now because I'm done with it. I don't wear this hat a lot. I'm a Niners fan for a long time, but the reality is, I'm done with the Niners until next year. So there we go. I'm finished.
D giving his explanation and his
Yes.
wholeheartedness about the Niners. Mike Mills, Mike, I know you have a funny spin on this, so go ahead.
All they had to do was keep that man Mahomes off the field. Now I get what you're saying, DA, about the three and outs in the third. I get that, right? But your defense still stood tall. All Kyle Monken, Todd Shanahan, all he had to do was run that ball, man. That's all he had to do. You think he would learn from last time, 28-3. You think he will learn. So all he had to do was run the ball.
Yo, he wasn't the coach though.
What he was the play caller. I don't want to hear it. All
That's
he
right,
had
Mike.
to do was
That's right.
dog walk that ball. You gave Mahomes back the ball with 153 and 2 timeouts. Bro, that's a lot of time for an average quarterback. But somebody that's arguably the best quarterback in the league right now, come on now. Come on. If you told me going into the game, the 49ers held them to 19 points in regulation, I think they won that game. That's 19? Oh, yeah, they McCaffrey did his little trick plays and all types of stuff. And the crazy part was when they got the ball back on that last drive, I like the little reverse to Debo. That was interesting, spread them out. I thought they was going to keep back and forth. We're going to run right this way. We're going to run left this time. Then I seen that 3rd and 4th. Now, I get it, Dan Campbell. You don't want to risk the biscuit. It's the Super Bowl, whatever. I think they should have went for it. Or I think they should have ran the ball on 3rd and 4. Now you got a 4th and 2, 4th and 1. So even if you do a little RPO, whatever, you get the first down to keep it going.
Mm-hmm. It's 4 down territory. It's the Super Bowl.
That's a fact, but make it easy for yourself. 4th and 4, still room for error. 4th and 1, 4th and 2, less room. You still could go behind the fullback and get them yards real quick. It's not like you don't have the best fullback in the game, right?
We got one of the only fullbacks in the game. No one has a fullback with us.
And the Baltimore has a fullback. Thank you very much. Now, we didn't see it because, we had the same play caller the last 2 weeks, but, it's okay. So, shout out to the Niners, man. The defense stood tall, even after losing Greenlaw early, because he was murderizing them. He was back and forth, up and down the field before he got hurt.
Yep.
I think the game would have been a lot different had he stayed healthy. But shout out to the Niners, man.
Fellas, I
They
think
should
I
be
said
back
something.
next year.
Sorry's not going to be able to pull it up unless he goes online really quick. But the reality is that it was drive 1, the 3rd quarter was 59 seconds. The next drive was 1:43 seconds with a punt. And the next drive was 1:02 seconds. Those are our first 3 drives of the 3rd quarter. All right. That's kind of where we,
Let me get the angry one in here. Angry one, your thoughts, preliminary on the game as we dive more into it. Shout out to Miss Harden for
Yo, man. Again, just like what was already said, man. You got to run the ball more, man. If you want Mr. Irrelevant to be relevant, you got to give him something to work off of. You know what I'm saying? You already got Debo, for whatever reason, was un-Debo-like. He was missing routes and dropping passes, and there was just no connection with him and Purdy. Yo, man, you got to go elsewhere. Like Kittle, I think Kittle was probably one of the best blockers in the game because Lord knows he ain't do much else or anything else. But yo, man, this is Kyle Shanahan, man. I don't know what it is. Again, this is a guy who, for whatever reason, has this way of coaching in the second half of games, and it does not benefit his team.
Ego.
All these times this is 3 times you had a lead in the 4th quarter. You had it in the last Super Bowl against Kansas City, and you had it in that when you was a coordinator with the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, and what did you decide to do? you decide to pass.
Three-time
Why?
offender.
Why?
And
I don't understand it. I don't get it. I thought the key is to win the game. You was bludgeoning them at the offensive
legacy
line.
or is it team? You know, is it legacy or team? Sometimes, man, if you listen to the press, they made it so much about Mr. Irrelevant that he became super relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like it became only thing people was thinking about. And I'm like, that's not what that ain't what we about as a team. And I'll give him the last Super Bowl because it was Jimmy G. But now, dude's trying to, I got the quarterback. I drafted my dude, though he wasn't really my dude because he was, every team in the league passed him up 7 times. But he's a good quarterback. You just trying to make your legacy. Because the Niners would have won that game. The 49ers would have won that game. I give you the first one. The Jimmy G threw the ball with his eyes closed. But not this one. Can't have this one.
D-Dub, go ahead.
Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. Yo, I was greatly disappointed this morning when I woke up and found out.
When you woke up?
Yeah. Well, when I woke up, because I went to, I have a job that I have to maintain, and I went to work. These guys don't pay my bills, and the rest of y'all should think like that too. But anyway, I digress. I woke up. I seen the second. What was the field goal? They kicked the field goal. It's 22. I said, whatever. What happens, whatever happens. But again, I was yelling at the TV all night and saying, why are you guys not running the ball? Third quarter started, two down, 2 possessions. First of all, they kicked the ball off. They got the ball back on an interception, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. They got the ball back. I think DA already alluded to it was somewhere on the 40-something yard line. Purdy missed the pass in the end zone, overthrew the guy. That was one. He had two passes that should have been touchdowns that he flat out missed. I'm not going to blame Purdy because Purdy had a pretty decent game. A pretty good game. I'm not mad at him. What I'm mad at is that Shanahan flipped the script, changed the plan, and did not run the ball. This is not the first time he has done this. This is, as Eric has alluded to, this is what the third, fourth time that he's gone to from running. I mean, there was an all-out wrecking crew first half. Held them to 3 points. 3 points first half. Is that correct? If I stand corrected? Yeah. 3 points. You got to be kidding me, man. 10-3 at the half. You got to be kidding me. You guys, San Francisco looked like the better team throughout. They did more to win the game and end up losing the game. I mean, I'm just so disgusted at the play calling, and I think Shanahan has to come. He has to answer some questions. And in that interview that y'all played, I don't know if he answered anything that I was wanting to hear.
No, he didn't.
Okay,
he wasn't asked the right questions either. I think
that's correct too. E, you made the guy we went from this whole thing of game manager to what's the game manager and game changer, right?
To Cam Newton.
And we already knew what that meant. It wasn't no derogatory thing towards you. If you're a game manager, it's cool. You're cool to be a game manager. It's okay. We've seen plenty of game managers that played the game, managed the game, and was able to win. And you could move up a level from game manager to game changer. You don't have to just stick there to be a game manager. But these guys have, you try to make Purdy. You take the Super Bowl, the last game. No other game after this. There's no more games. Is there another game? No. You took this game to practice with Purdy trying to make him a game changer.
38 attempts.
Yeah, which goes back to what DA says. This has to do with this guy's ego. And I don't think nobody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about how blah, blah, blah. Yo, this guy is Dr. Frankenstein, and he wanted to make Purdy his great monster during the Super
still
Bowl,
may
the
happen.
last game.
Just don't do it in this game.
Correct. That's all I'm saying. This is not the time for you to do this, to pull this stunt. That's all I got to say, Kev. I mean, if I was a Niner fan, man, I'm probably like that guy that threw the chair through the TV, and him and his children stomped on the TV. I mean, it was ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Go ahead,
I
Dia.
did send my man Junie from Farragut Houses out there to ask that question, but he got caught with weed on the way in, so he couldn't ask Shanahan that
Damn,
question.
man.
It's legal in Vegas.
Yeah, he should
Yeah,
be straight.
hey, he thought he was good in Vegas.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he got caught up. But
Yeah.
Junie was going to ask him, hey, coach, what's up with the third quarter, son? Like, yo, you was running, you know what I'm saying? You was doing that thing. And then you started throwing it. Yo, what's up, coach?
What's up with that last drive?
Who are you talking about? The Niners?
For the Niners, why would you possibly let that man get the ball back?
And furthermore, before you get to that, Mike, I mean, when I woke up this morning, there's another thing, Kev. I woke up this morning, and these people was actually talking about coin flips, talking about this is what lost the game.
That was your main man, Dan Orlovsky.
Well, he was one, but I didn't even see him. I didn't even watch it.
I thought that was absolutely.
I seen mostly of the national media talking about coin flips, and I'm like,
that didn't make no
coin
difference
flip.
in the game.
That didn't make
any difference.
Had
There's
no
a few
difference.
There's a few storylines that didn't make a difference. You know, so you got that. That didn't matter. Then you got the dude say, oh, I didn't even know the rule. Don't matter. Those things don't matter because it wouldn't have changed the way you played. You knowing the rule. Or not
Guess what?
knowing the
Guess
rule.
what, D? You know what mattered?
Good job.
Execution.
Yeah,
you did not execute. You did not
No.
get the touchdown. You did not stop these guys. And I believe Eric was in the chat. He said this is the drive of your life to stop on defense.
But,
Didn't stop them.
And I listen, we lost.
on, man.
I can't give nothing else. So my thing is this, man, right? It happened before. Like, you know, like everybody talks about, oh, what happened in overtime? Listen, dog. It didn't have to get there. You understand by the end of the third quarter, the game was over. Had we just run the ball? You got to understand that. If everything goes on the same way in the fourth quarter, we beat that team by 14.
No, you know why? Because you didn't run the ball, so you made Purdy go out here in long situations, 3rd and 12, making him throw the ball when you could have had him in short
And not
yard
only that,
situations.
hold on, I gotta say this. Hold on.
Shorter
'Cause
yard situations. Go ahead, E.
I said this. And I said this too. It was twice. You are in 3rd and long, sir, madam. If you are this great offensive coordinator that you claim that you are, and you're a head coach, how do you not see that blitz coming? How do you not see it? Because had you picked it up or had you called into the mic, as DA say, a lot of these guys do, and tell your quarterback, you need to go hot route because the same guy that blitzed the last time and got in and hit him is coming again.
Are you
So why
referring to
didn't you
that
have
fourth quarter?
Kittle or somebody? Yes.
You referring to that fourth quarter when he got hit very quickly because the blitz was coming and nobody picked him up.
He had the man coming. He had Jennings had a man.
That was the cornerback blitz off the left side.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Chris Jones.
But he had did it. But they had did it before. And I'm like, y'all, nobody's seeing this. They doing the same thing. He lined up in the same spot. But you just offensive guru, but you didn't see that coming. And your offensive line, as great as they have been all year, did not pick that up. Nobody pointed. Nobody said nothing.
And I'm gonna let you go, Kev. The biggest part with that is, and you see it all year long. If you know, I don't know how tall dude is, right? I don't think he's that tall. But Brock Purdy, especially pressure up the middle,
He's not
gets
that
his
tall.
passes knocked down a lot.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
think he's number one in the league getting passes deflected. So he's got a problem with that. That he has to work on. Because I mean he's not shorter than Drew Brees, so or Russell. And they got the ball off. But
No.
so it's got to. I'm not exactly sure what we can do, but this dude always gets his. If you're coming up the middle, you're going to get part of it. Every game. He'll get 2 or 3 balls like that. Every game.
So, because hey, there's a poll up on our YouTube channel. Make sure you go to the poll. We asked, did Shanahan win the game or did Pat Mahomes? Did Shanahan lose the game or did Pat Mahomes win the game? That's one poll, and I think we talked about the other one was the Chiefs a dynasty. So listen, the first 30 minutes we talked about how the Niners lost the game, but we got to give credit. And Junior just put something out. Shout out to my super producer, man, for making it happen. He just put in the chat. He says, "Why are you guys not blaming the players?"
Well, for me, because the Niners played well. I don't know what player I would blame. Like, other than our secondary being trash all year, and I knew that. And I remember Kev said last night, "It's soft ass zone." Listen, we'd be a man-to-man team.
Josh Norman.
Listen, we'd be a man-to-man team like Baltimore if we had DBs like Baltimore. We don't have that talent back then, so we play the zone.
Our DB sorry too.
Because we don't have that type of talent back there. We know that. That's why we're a zone team, and that's all we do is play zone. I think we had remember we had that I'm not gonna say Samoan. We had a Samoan DB, the safety that's nice. He's been out like half the season. He tore his ACL. And after that, we are really not good. You see a man catch the ball between 2 of our guys last night. So our DBs are not good. So they got to play zone. They got no chance.
So I'll say this too. And shout out to Mike Bristol. Mike is one of our wonderful fans there. Mike talked about bubble screens and things of that nature. And Junior also said in our comments here, a private chat, about the players. And I agree. Players should be able to make a decision. Like Eric was alluding to about the blitz. Everybody knew it was coming. Purdy, he's got to know that he sees all of that. He should be pointing, maybe change the play. Maybe as Mike Bristol say, hey, do some kind of bubble screen. I didn't see enough of that from the Niners to kind of offset them bringing that blitz and keeping them honest. And to me, I agree with Junior, and I agree with
well, maybe
Mike.
Shanahan don't trust him to make these.
Bingo.
Well, me and you and
Bingo
on the phone today, right?
I said that.
Either you trust him or you don't trust him.
Obviously, he didn't trust him to make these.
Every quarterback don't have autonomy with the playbook. Every quarterback don't. You didn't earn that yet. Did you earn it?
Thank you, Michael.
Do you have that? Like,
but
you can call a play on the fly, but did you earn it?
But I'm gonna address this to the angry one. If you see the blitz, he's played enough football to see it.
Yo,
yeah,
man,
do you need
I'm
your
just
hand
saying
held
this.
all the time? Do you need your hand held?
Thank you, D. I'm gonna just say this: if the man
I'm
was
just
good
playing
enough to
devil's
throw
advocate.
38 times, if the man is good enough to throw 38 times in a Super Bowl, then damn it, he should know where the damn blitz is coming at, especially when he doesn't.
Did he see the blitz? Is your next question.
So
Did
if
he see
you
it?
don't know what play to call, if
see.
you don't know what audible to choose, you should call a timeout. You should call a timeout.
Or say
Audible,
kill.
Audible, all you gotta do is say, hey, you see him coming around? Like, come on now. You ain't got an audible.
Yeah.
Like,
Now
don't
you
see it,
listen.
right?
Kill, right?
But if you see it,
definitely
it's
got
like,
to point
hey.
You definitely got to point to him because either you're going to move a protection over, move the running back over to that side, something to make sure you pick that man up. But also, I think it'd be a combination of the two, man. Right? So reality is, dude really doesn't have that autonomy to make that move yet. That's, really. Like I said, it's no disrespect, man. But you are a game manager, and you do what the coach says to do. Now, as far as calling audibles for the blitz, y'all got to remember, it was only 2 blitzes that got him. One earlier and then one late in the game.
The one late the game. Yeah.
But for the most part, the O-line was smashing them because we was running the ball.
Well, yeah.
He was moving up in the pocket. He was doing this. He was doing that. You know, he did have 25 completions. You know,
Yeah.
Omaha. Shout out to Game Sports Network.
Oh, there you go. You know, I mean, because we only had that one. I think we only had one turnover, and that was Christian.
You talking about two? There was actually two.
Yeah.
Two.
Well, the other one was the deflect. Yes.
The one with the punt. Yes.
Yes. So, you know, and that takes you back to when we lost to the Giants that year.
I thought about you.
Yeah,
when
Kid Singleton, his son, from the that's his name, Singleton, right? The GM of the White Sox at the time. His son, you know, got the bag for dropping 2 punts against the Giants that game. So the Giants got to go beat up on Tom Brady. But that said, I just think that, you know, we played a solid game, man. You know, and I don't think that, you know, yeah, you're going to lose some blitzes because they lost some blitzes, you know. And we only blitzed a few times during the game, but we don't really blitz. But
so go ahead, D, and I'm
the only problem I have, and I'm gonna, you know, I know we're gonna go to sign up, is that this Kansas City Chiefs team, this is the best they had, and the best didn't really look all that great to me, and to a lot of people, and the league allowed this team to win another championship. So what's next? I mean, if y'all allowed this team to win with two players and maybe three, the defense on Chris, what is Jones?
Yeah.
In that corner.
Chris Jones was crazy last night. Yes. Chris Jones.
He got busy last night in the second half.
Yes.
He got busy. So shout outs to him. But this Kansas City team we talked about them all year long as not being the best. And even they said they wasn't even the best. They didn't think they was the best team.
But they got better as the year went on.
Yeah. Somewhat.
They moved through the AFC like it was hot butter. A night through hot butter. They beat up Buffalo, and then they beat up Baltimore. So, you know, it's like when they say, hey, man, somebody should have stopped that army before they got here. Or the Niners like, shit, we last. Y'all, you know, y'all had this group.
Right.
Well, y'all did the same thing we did. I don't want to hear it.
Yes.
which is so crazy that the same exact thing.
Y'all got to see that foolishness.
The same exact thing happened. But the only thing I would say is that Lamar Jackson was more dominant. He was a dominant runner. He should have torched Kansas City. He should have ate them up. And he didn't. And I don't understand.
I don't know what he had going on.
What happened? Why, guys? Like, we sitting here on the back watching this, and millions of people are watching and saying the same exact thing. Why did you stop running the ball? Stop running the ball. So we all do not get paid from the NFL. We can see it sitting from my couch. These guys getting money and making these ridiculous calls. Don't make sense to me.
Well, you know the writer's strike is over, so they had to use the script.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to let you have that. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Listen,
there's no other reason.
That's what I said.
Let me say this real quick.
Go ahead, Eden.
I'm done with San Fran. Because it was first and foremost, it was a good game, even though all this stuff in the back end happened and all this other stuff. It was still a good game to watch. There's a lot of things that was just like D-Dub said. I was screaming at my TV too, and neither one of these. I had no horse in the race whatsoever.
No horse in the race.
Wanted to see a good game. Got a good game.
Yes.
Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. Shout out to Andy Reid. I think he does not get the props that he deserves as a head coach in this league. And say what you want. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is the New England Patriots of the 20s, man. I mean, the way that they play. I'm just saying. They had a less team this year than what they had last year.
Boy is only 28 years old, but go ahead, E.
Yeah, I agree.
It's they win off of coaching and execution. They had less than last year. They went through basically the AFC on the road, and they beat a stout San Francisco Niner team, regardless of how it was done. They did it. Shout out to the champs.
So
Yes,
I was thank you for turning the tide, because I was like,
Here.
hey, for the first 40 minutes we talked about how the Niners lost it, but we got to give credit, like you said, excuse me, to the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, the quarterback number 15, Mahomes, on 2 occasions, and that in that overtime, he basically said, "I'm going to win this," especially on that 4th down. And I was like, man, you got to catch this guy, but I think the Niners defense was just gas, bro. They was just
He ran past.
Not only that, Kev, they changed the script on him. They changed the script on him. Kelsey was running nothing but sideline routes and seam routes, and that one that he bust open, he went across the middle. Fred Warner, as great as he is not going to keep up with no Travis Kelsey going across the middle. Not going to happen. Not on no crossing route, and that's exactly what happened.
And he shouldn't. The thing is that, right? So they had, I forgot the dude's name is Burke, or they put in Greenlaw is the dude that runs with tight ends.
Yes,
he got hurt. We ain't have nobody fast enough to run with the tight end, at least at the linebacker level. And we don't have like a big safety, Palomalo type of dude to hold him down. And you can see Warner was gassed because, like I said, that 4th down run where Mr. Mahomes ran straight up the middle, like Warner grasped at him, but he was gone. And I'm like,
yeah,
that dude's so fast, he's running slow. He's running backwards. They couldn't catch him, and he got 15 yards.
And Warner's usually
did it twice.
good on
that. So he got props to me. And, Kev, the reality is that I said this morning. I said the difference between a game manager and a game changer is a game changer wins a Super Bowl with 2 All-Stars, him and Kelsey. And the game manager loses one with 6 All-Pro dudes on the
Yo,
whatever the heck it is.
They neutralized Kelsey in the first half. You barely heard from Kelsey in the first half.
They were hitting Mahomes. He didn't have time.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They definitely neutralized them. Corey Davis, he just asked a question. Shout out to my main man, Corey Davis. He said, what y'all think about hold on, let me get it here. He said thoughts on Kelsey's sideline tantrum.
Well, hey
man, I gotta keep it funky with you.
Go ahead.
If that was Vernon Davis, boy, it would have been some big shit. No, it would have been some big shit. You can't touch your coach. You can't headbutt your coach. You can't push your coach. I have seen. I'm 55 years old.
I didn't think
I've seen many occasions where things like that happen, and the news had a fucking fit. They want to put dudes in Rikers over something like that.
Damn, Rikers?
No, yeah, Rikers.
Yo, it's a simple battle, bro.
Assault,
you can't do this. You can't do that.
I feel you. Yo,
I don't know about all that.
No. Yo, Mike, you're young. I can go case and verse of older dudes that run into their coach damn near by accident. Not really mad at him, but mad at him. And the dog, he headbutt ran into his coach.
I think
wasn't hitting the rock.
I think had they lost, it absolutely would have been a story.
Nah,
I don't think so.
We've seen this. We've seen these guys on the sideline throwing their temper tantrum, throwing the helmet, and pointing at the coach and yelling. We've seen them do this. So
he hit the coach though. He physically hit the coach. There's a difference.
First of all,
I got 2 policemen on the panel. There's something different between battery and what's that? Assault and battery. Battery is talking. Assault is touching.
Wait,
that was assault.
Hold on. The only reason why I say no, Kev, is because first of all, Andy Reid after the game protected him all the way. So
all the way, yes, he did.
Oh, yeah.
He said the boy, the dude he's a competitive, blah 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 blah. He's a tense, da da da.
Heard that before them,
right? So, but here's the other thing, man. They're not gonna say nothing to this man, Kelsey, man. Yo, man, he's with the biggest star in the world. They're not gonna say nothing. They're not going to say nothing to that boy, man. Matter of fact, I think he might be turning up. He probably was turning up for the camera. To be honest with you,
I think the Beehives are going to get you for saying that. But go ahead.
Whatever.
Here's
the thing. I think he might have been turning up for the camera, turning up. So
reality TV.
Kev, this is what football is. This is the biggest reality. Y'all already told me. Look in the comments. It's scripted. Everybody feel like
Mike Mills. Mike Mills, get in there, bro. Get in there.
I'm like, like we've seen this. Didn't Stephon Diggs do this to other like last season? He was on the sideline throwing the helmet, yelling at the coach, whining and shit. Like they be doing this now. Like,
but he didn't kick the coach
and not
in the back.
Excuse bad behavior. Wild behavior is wild behavior.
Yeah,
but
that was wild.
To me, Andy Reid soft because he should have pushed him back and then this wouldn't have been over. This would have been over. Nobody would have cared today.
Right. Andy Reid, 61 years old, man.
Nothing back. That's the biggest story to me. Like,
he could have broke that man's
your ass down. We got a second half to play. Like, come on. It's a warrior sport. You're on the sideline. You're gonna butt heads. You're gonna yell. Look, I don't work.
You're not gonna headbutt your coach, Mike.
Listen, you know how many managers and general managers I done cursed out. Listen,
you didn't headbutt them.
I didn't headbutt him, but I've definitely we on
so, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, E. Take
it. Bring some normal.
Civility. I'm not gonna cut my mic off because I don't know what you expect me to say to that. Now, I would just say this, man. Because it's Andy Reid, because it's a Super Bowl, because all eyes is fixated on this TV screen. Nothing was going to be done. Had this been, I don't know, Jacksonville, had this been Las Vegas, had this been whatever other team, it's probably maybe four teams that would have did four coaches that would have did the same thing that Andy Reid did. Just like what DA said, man. He wasn't going to let his ego get in the way of winning the game. Even though Kelsey didn't tear up the charts with 150 yards catching and all that other stuff, he did a lot of blocking. And let's be honest, he is the, dare I say, Draymond Green of this team. He's the heart and soul of that offense. So, with that being said, you're not going to just throw out your best player, or outside of Patrick Mahomes, just to prove a point. So he may have gotten his ass after the game. We don't know, but that's just the type of organization. That's the type of moves that they make. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to do that in front of the cameras for everybody to see on the biggest stage. You're not going to do that. And I wish everybody else would do that, but that's a whole nother story. So, yes, Kelsey, this is nothing new. And no, he hasn't run. I haven't seen him run into the coach, but Kelsey has this boisterous personality. When he doesn't get his way, things ain't going wrong. I mean,
and they love it right now. He's number one right now. They love it right now. Until something else. You wait.
When they start losing, go ahead, E.
So many times. How many times did we see the camera on Patrick Mahomes, and he looked like Steph Curry chewing the damn mouthpiece and all this other stuff, all that crying and whining he's doing? Hell, nobody said anything about the outbursts between Mahomes and the receiver. Nobody said anything about that. They had a little spat. No, nothing was said. So
he was on camera though. They said it was nothing though. He said it was just competitive, of course.
Well, all these guys are going to say that in the heat of the moment. So we all know, right? Football is an emotional sport, right? I think DA is the one on here that played at the highest level when he played in collegiate league, right? It's emotional stuff like that. Very emotional. Say again, DA. I'm sorry.
It's emotionalism, MF, but you can't hit your coach.
Yeah, that's not going to be tolerated. Should it be?
Call to the day. Them grown men.
You can't run into your coach.
Nah, you can't do that, Mike. Nah.
Coach,
I know some coaches. Some coaches are not going. That's not going to fly.
Yeah, listen, but it was a good game, man. They had. I'm not mad at. Listen, man, the Kansas City Chiefs. They didn't run the ball well.
No, absolutely not.
Right? They did pass the ball pretty well. I mean, I think at the end of the game, Mahomes ended up at 300-something yards. And that's with overtime. And I think he threw the ball 40-something times, right? So I'll give him that. Their defense was not overly effective. He had a few. They had 2 blitzes that worked. They didn't get sacks, but they did. Because I don't think they had a sack in the game, but maybe one. But they did. Bother some passes because I think the young fella has to figure out how to navigate. And he's not a bad pocket navigator, but there are points in time when he's just not right at it. But the reality is that they beat us, man, and I'm just it's a thing I have to keep saying to myself because I don't want to make no excuses for us losing, because that's not how I do. I know we lost the game at the end of the day, and we gave them opportunities, but I know, damn it, Darryl said this earlier, and I don't know if it's real or fake, but if you think about it, this may be the worst Kansas City team that we're going to see. Because everything that was wrong this year, they're going to try to get right, depending on the money. Because the dude still has a huge contract.
And they got
every
Jones
year
to
it
sign.
counts more and more against the cap.
But I think now, being that he's making money off the field and stuff like that, he might restructure, man. Shout out to my cousin Kim for watching. She got me last week because I didn't call out. Kim, shout out. Hey, cuz, what's up? What's really good? I think they'll restructure. I think he will restructure.
It's possible. It's possible. But, the reality is if without using any hypotheticals, unless you're Otani, cats don't really give back no money. So if we say they're not giving back no money, then they're going to start developing a lot of young talent. So they may take a year back. But again, that's what a game changer can work with. Me, Mike, Kev, D-Dub, and Jay. Okay, y'all my squad. All right, Big D, I need you to block. Mike, you block. That's what he does. He takes whatever's there and makes it look good.
That's 100%.
And that's
100%.
why I said they look very, very patriotic.
Yeah.
Tom Brady did the same thing.
I think they're fine.
Mike rolled his eyes. Mike rolled his eyes earlier, and this is the last question I wanted to get into. Mike, why you don't think this is a dynasty? Why?
I mean, I feel like great dynasty should be crowned after it's over and you see the end result. So I just feel like let's give it some more time and let it be what it is. This is ring number what? 2, 3?
3.
Ring number 3?
Oh, it's 4, right?
This ain't 4.
No, they got 4.
No,
they got 4
4
total. 4 total as a team.
Yeah,
they got this is 3.
I thought you're right, Mike. They just been there. They're like, I guess, LeBron, because they've
been there 3. This is 3 out of 5.
3 and 1.
Yeah.
This team.
Yeah. DA, you could never mention that guy and the Chiefs. Go
Well,
ahead.
you don't. They win when they go, at least.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the dynasty thing yet. It's just let's give it. Let's
get close.
Let's give it some time.
Let's give it some time. But they are getting close. And number 3, it does put Mahomes in a different stratosphere. So I mean, you got to give him props on that. The kid is 28 years old. He's still got he's got a lot of football left, unless he just decides to hang it up. But
and he's ahead of his
peers. 3, man.
He's definitely the boy got 3, bro. I mean, come on. I mean, what we talking about? I mean, but as far as dynasty, let's because there's still other people. There's still other people that could possibly eat.
Exactly.
Yes.
During this, and like I said, we named the quarterbacks all year long that should have been, could have been, who had a better team, who we thought was a better team than the Kansas City Chiefs, and they came up short.
Chargers.
Right. Come up
they
short.
Just didn't have no quarterbacks. I mean, you have a better team and a worse quarterback, and you're going to lose.
Yeah. I mean, but
in a game like this, where it's like, listen, all or nothing. That dude, like we saw, he had 2 runs that were I'm not going to say uncharacteristic, but they were runs that he had to make. win that game.
Mm-hmm.
That he wouldn't do in the regular season. Like this is what makes the game changer a game changer.
Well, you know what? Y'all definitely need a game changer, man. I think if y'all found a way to add Aaron Rodgers to the mix, we're not even talking about this.
Russell Wilson.
Y'all got the title. Yeah,
You'll let Russell cook next year with the Niners. Russell coming.
If you get somebody as like that, you're changing your fortunes. I think by far. No, because listen, D, look, we already said there's two passes that happen. Purdy missed. If you had a quarterback better than Purdy, he makes those two throws. I guarantee he makes those two throws, and we talking something different. I think, just my opinion.
Well, we could also be talking something different had the coach just coached in the third and fourth quarter and ran the damn ball.
Correct. That's true too. I mean,
and let's say this about Purdy, right? We're still kind of early on Purdy. This is just his second year. He could manifest into that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
absolutely,
but he is.
But how many quarterbacks are really better than him, though? Like, how many?
Better than him?
Better than Purdy?
Yeah,
we ain't got enough. 10? We ain't got enough time for that.
13? Like, let's be real though. Let's be real. What is it, like 10, 13 guys better than him? Really?
But that's a lot of the league, man. There's only 20 teams.
What are we basing this off of?
This is 30 teams.
There's only 28 teams. No, 32 teams.
Yeah.
So if there's 13 dudes that are better than him,
you're right.
That puts him in the second third of the league. That means he's only above my man Jimmy G and
Derek Carr.
I don't know. He's more accurate than Cousins, right?
What I'm saying though, a lot of these guys who are better and make these throws, they're not doing what he's doing. They don't have the same results.
Well, yeah,
no, you're right.
I got what you're saying.
Better weapons than him,
but like DA saying, they don't have the team. Go ahead.
I feel like it's 50. I mean, when you elite, you're gonna win games regardless of what you got around you, right? If you have a better supporting cast on offense, right? Because a lot of these guys have better supporting cast, and they're not winning. You feel what I'm saying?
No one has. I don't think there are many teams in the league got a better supporting cast on offense.
On offense,
the Niners have.
On offense,
this is why I say this, Michael. This year we went through, and I'm a Niners fan. We went through a run where I think we lost 4 in a row. Right. Brock Purdy was throwing the ball to the other team. I think the Browns beat us. The Vikings beat us. We know Baltimore beat the hell out of us, but that was a little bit later. But we had a stretch where we had like McCaffrey was hurt, Debo was hurt, this one was hurt, that one was hurt. That was my test to say, okay, well, if you are a game changer, you win with your weapons out. Because everybody that's there is a professional. They may not be the best, but they got drafted. They played in college for 3 years. You know, Jennings is good. This guy is good. The running back is good.
Hey, we seen Tommy DeVito win a game. The Giants seen Tommy DeVito win a game.
Yeah, but without his dudes, he was throwing the ball to the other team for 4 games in a row. I think we only had lost 1 game at that point. And we lost another 3 straight, until we got our players back.
Right.
So until that point in time where he can do it without his players, then it is what it is. And I'm not mad about it because he's only in his second year. That's what I'm saying, Mike. I'm not,
What I'm saying is guys with great supporting cast is not doing it like that. Look at like we said, cough the Chargers. Chargers got monsters on defense. They got mad names. On offense, you still got the running back. You still got Keenan Allen. You still got Mike Williams. You still got Joshua Palmer. Now, I just named you as many dogs on one side as on the other side. And you still not giving me that, right? Now, let me give you Jacksonville. You got Ridley on one side of the field. You got Kirk. You got Ingram the tight end. You got ETN the running back. And you got another
You're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? There's teams with these pieces that are comparable. And they're not giving me nothing. So it's like, give Purdy some time. Give everybody some time. Give Mahomes some time to be a dynasty. Give Purdy some more time to see what he could develop into.
Give Herbert some time because maybe he's not as good as what people thought too. Because that's why I think
Purdy
Herbert's
might
problem.
be better. He might be better. The man threw for 4,000 yards.
Yeah, we gotta wait to see what happens with him.
Right.
Yeah, he did. 4,200
As
yards.
DA always
man.
says, let history tell the story.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
And they got a pretty good squad. Man, shoot, Mike started reading off the names. I'm like, wow, yeah. Oops, I'm wrong. You're wrong. You're right, Mike. I was wrong.
Yeah, it's teams with good supporting cast. They just don't win.
I think, and then we're gonna end it here. Well, I'm trying to do something real quick. Yeah. You have to remember, like Mike and the DA also said, yes, let's histories tell the story. I think this is the beginning or on the cusp of something great. You know, like I said, they've been to the 4 Super Bowls. They won 3 out of 4. And he got beat by the great Tom Brady. Like he says, they win another one. Yeah, then the talk starts to begin. Yeah, absolutely, man. So
we just got, I think, 10 years. You have 10-year time span. Is that what we're going? How well are they doing 10 years? Because the Patriots messed up. They did like a 20-year thing. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, let history tell the story. You know, good Super Bowl in my opinion. All this is the Super Bowl. It's the end of the season. A lot of people are sad today because football is over.
It's over.
Well, NFL football, you know, they got the USFL and whatchamacallit combined for all you football junkies. I'm good. I mean, I might watch it, collect, you know, here and there, but the NFL is over till, you know, training camps in July. So, hey, like you said, say it again, DA. I'm sorry.
The draft is coming.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we concentrate on the draft. You know,
Mills Kiper Jr.
Yeah, we got our own Mills Kiper Jr. here, and not Mel. Mills Kiper Jr. because Mel is not whatever.
Hey,
you know who's a bad man, and I'm gonna say this. I like he used to be the Steelers running back. He's
Merle Hodge. Merle Hodge
is that guy. I like Merle Hodge.
People like red dresses. Merle doesn't.
Yeah. Merle got it right. Merle knows what he's talking about.
But I do like him more than I like them other guys.
Yeah.
Merle said, I'm not messing with the red dress.
Nope. I like Merle Hodge. Anyway, before we get out of here, a couple of things. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure on the podcast side.
Tell Mike Bristol, no, I'm not touching Caleb Williams. I'm not gonna leave that man alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Nope. Yeah, where was I at? Call to action. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe. To our YouTube channel. Make sure you also, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, we're on all that. Make sure you give us that like, hit the like button, smash that like button, give us all your comments on the podcast side. If you're listening while driving in your car or Apple or Spotify, whatever podcast platform, make sure after you finish listening or when you're listening, make sure you give us that 5-star review and give us those comments as D-Dubs always say. What you always say, D-Dub? D-Dubs? He went away. There you go.
So you can love, hate. He's muted.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Give us an opinion. But you said it already. Y'all already know what time it is.
Like us a hater. Give us that comment, man. We're just trying to get better. We're just trying to get good. So, it is definitely is what it is. Hey, this will be the last episode, and I promise you, where we don't end the show without some outro stuff because
we still don't hit the beatbox.
Damn, fam, we still doing this to the people.
Hey, look, we on that Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, bro.
I promise you, come Thursday. Check us out Thursday. Like you said, we got some rebranding going on. Y'all saw the new countdown. Y'all see, the new logo and all that stuff, man. We're trying to do it, and I promise you, on Thursday we will have a new intro and a new outro. It's gonna be fire. So make sure you check us out on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. Well, I'm pretty sure we recap the some more of what has happened with the Super Bowl. Dan K. Hey, shout out to Dan K. He's not with us tonight, but we have to give Dan his props. Hey, Dan won the the football pool that we had.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say it now. The hockey dude won the pool. Now, don't get a mistake. It's not like Dan. He doesn't know anything about football. He does. But he won the football pool, and he said he's going to act the fool come this Thursday. So I'll let him have his 5 minutes of fame.
Oh, he wanted it more.
Yeah, he wanted it more.
It was like rebounding. He wanted it more. Pay him no attention.
Yeah. Well, Dan K gonna get a pair of the
So he's gonna be on his toxic stuff. Come on,
It's okay because that's probably the only win he's gonna get because he's not gonna get it from the Penguins, the Pirates,
Or the Steelers.
or the Steelers. So you know,
Or the Panthers.
we love Dan K here. So, but you know, it
No,
is
the
what it
Pittsburgh
is.
Panthers, the University of Pittsburgh.
Yeah. He be wearing that old pit hat.
Yeah.
So that's probably this is only CBS Sports win he gonna get for the entire year. But
they name no more of his other teams,
Shout out to
Rest
my
of those
hockey
teams are
dude.
minor league teams, so in the pros.
So yeah, we'll be talking about the aftermath some more probably about the Super Bowl. Also, Dan will be back with his takes on hockey. And some other sports news, of course, that comes along. Major League Baseball pitchers and catchers, starting here shortly. We're also going to have a new take here where we just get 5 minutes. We can review about what has happened in sports since from Thursday to Thursday. Also, look out, man. The fun doesn't stop on Mondays. Make sure you look out and get the notifications where we're doing standalone interviews with different individuals. We got an NCAA college coach. We got a NFL football player coming. We're gonna interview here, and they will be put out on Monday. So make sure you get the notifications so you can go to our YouTube channel, check it out. And sometimes we will be live on Monday, but in order for you to see us on Monday, you got to make sure you hit that notification button so you can be like, oh shoot, the Sports Chasers will be there. Be on. DW, you have one before we get out here. Go ahead.
Also we having a segment of how to make the NBA great again. So, check that out. We'll be talking about the NBA also. So,
That's easy.
I don't know why we had to go there. I'm not sure.
On the football thing, go ahead. Everybody's so into this. Go ahead, Mike.
What?
You had your finger up like you were in
the NBA bet. Oh no, I said making the NBA bet is easy.
Okay, well we'll save it for. We'll definitely say that. Since we're doing like parting shots, what you got before we hang up and go to Thursday?
I just want to know if it's so damn easy. Why haven't they done it? They need to go ahead and get Primo in now because they need to go ahead and get Mike Mills on the committee right now. Because
listen, man, I can fix a lot of organizations. They just gotta do what I say.
Boy, I tell you, boys,
new reps, allow fouling and allow defense. Done.
On behalf of myself,
let me stir it back. Yeah,
go ahead.
Yo, man, great show to end the NFL season. Congrats to the Kansas City Chiefs. Y'all be good. Live life. Mic check 1 2. Yo, DA, that was your layup, man. You ain't got no 6 balls.
Hey, listen, baby. Listen. Congrats to Kansas City, man. Great football season, though. We learned a lot, saw a lot. Like it was some great seasons, man. Like great football was played this year. A lot of teams didn't end up the right way. Coaching matters, guys. Coaching matters. And hey, man, we'll be back next year on the NFL field. We'll be back.
No doubt. Mike Mills, what you got for us?
Thank y'all for tuning in to Fourth and Long AF, as I like to call it. And we'll have some Fourth and Shorters next year, hopefully. But
we got to get that Cam Newton.
That's about it, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Fourth and Longest AF.
That's what we need to change it to.
What?
Fourth and Long AF.
Well, no, our show started before Cam, so Cam needs to change his.
No.
I'm talking about the content. I'm not talking about the
okay. Gotcha.
This is based on strictly the content.
Yeah.
Cam can kick rocks.
Yeah.
We fought.
Nah,
for
we
LSU.
love Cam. No, don't relax. Cam, we love you, bro. We love you, bro.
He love.
D-Dubs, go ahead, bro. What you got for us, man, before we get out
Yo,
here?
great show. Another end of the NFL season. Dope season, as as always. But it always gets sad around this time because this is the end right now. So, but the sports chasers won't end though. We'll keep it coming with the sports and everything else that's going on in the sports world. So join us back on Thursday nights and Mondays. So we'll see y'all.
Debbie D,
no,
we're not going to do that.
Debbie,
We're not going to
no,
do that.
We'll just
We're not doing that.
Shout out to
Dallas.
everybody
I'm
that
sorry,
was in
Deb.
the comments tonight, man.
Yeah, we are not
Appreciate
doing
y'all
that.
all year long.
Just
Y'all been right there with us, man. We appreciate
Debbie D,
y'all.
we love you,
Every
man.
year
but,
we get
but,
that.
but,
Here we go.
Out of order.
yeah,
Here we go.
Yeah.
Out of
Here we
order.
go.
Debbie D out of pocket
Every
right
year.
now.
Every year they win the Super Bowl in July.
Yeah.
So they
Y'all
win
be
it in
sitting,
July.
y'all be
every
sitting
year.
next to us. Y'all be
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
next to Arizona again for the next Super Bowl. Don't worry about it. We'll save you a seat.
On behalf of
Every
myself,
year.
I'm Kevin Owan, your host and moderator, for Mike Mills, for the DA, for Daryl D-Dubs Warren, for the James the Angry One, and for Dan K in his absence. This is the Sports Chasers podcast. Like I said, I promise you, we will have a intro and an outro this coming Thursday. Y'all be good.
You have to
Peace.
pay
We
that
out.
Mike Mills
Peace.
dude to get one of his beats.
Later.